What's happening, people? White Boy Radio back with another one. We're going to review the ultimate contradictions of these recent revelations of Smiley Stories world. Now, I got to catch everybody up, but before I do so, let's have a quick word from Smiley herself in regards of mentioning White Boy. Let's have a...
I don't even want to say the dick ears. Nobody thinks about that sorry-looking motherfucker. I'm never going to say his name. I wouldn't be caught dead on their panel.
Oh, boy. What dirty mouth she has. And the cut downs, I don't think I enjoy those. All right, people, before I go any further in this video, it's time for White Boy to take the hat off and grab the old eyeliner piece to show her how to do these eyebrows. Alrighty, since I had to sit through some ear jokes or whatever that was, I decided to do a little tutorial thing on how to do eyebrows with the old eyeliner and, you know, just look like a clown, because that's what I view when I see Smiley. Special shout out to my makeup artist, Damaged Goods with No Regrets. Now, here's the thing, people. Want to catch everybody up on what's going on. Somehow, some way, I'm caught up in this whirlwind of emotions coming from Smiley Stories, okay? Can't take myself serious right now with this makeup on, looking at myself in the camera, but we'll have to get through that. But there is a beef, if you will, whatever's going on between A-Balance and Smiley Stories. Now, she happens to bring me up in her stream multiple times. You just heard that. But this is all going back to Smiley when the information came out that she wrote the judge when her abuser, okay, was arrested for domestic violence. And she wrote the judge and included a picture of Summer Wells and says, hey, I'm an advocate for Summer Wells. Here's a couple pictures. You know, it's crazy. So she's kind of like going through and explaining her side of things. But she says some very alarming things. Now, if you don't know who Smiley Stories is, this lady covers, I don't want to say she's true crime. She's in the genre of attacking parents of missing children. She basically is in the lines of a share of people like this. And she has attacked Don and Candace Wells relentlessly for over 3 years now. And as of lately, she has attacked Chris and Katie Proudfoot. So that's where we are at as a roundup. Now, I just want to show you, as we do always in White Boy fashion, I just want to go over her own words, her own contradictions. Now, after all, I was brought into this thing, okay? So there are several things that are said, okay? Whether it's regarding me or not, but what I want to bring to light is her own words, and we know her actions on YouTube. So it's a quick review. Let's get into the count and the clips.
Victim, which I am not, or the person that has done nothing wrong, and you would go after that person. You explain that shit to me. That makes you know better. It makes you, in my opinion, a piece of shit.
So sure, I'll take a stab at this. What we are listening to and what she is trying to defend is in the coming out of people releasing the information of when her husband was arrested for domestic violence, she wrote the judge a letter, okay, asking for no jail, for this and that, for reasons. And one of the reasons that she was fighting for her abuser to get a bond or out, or actually I believe it was to actually be hospitalized and not jailed, was she was an advocate for Summer Wells, okay? Now, that's why the information came out, because once again, if you know the story of this person, she's exploiting Summer once again. Now, here's the thing. Her defense is, well, why would you go after anybody who's a domestic violence victim? Because you're just, you're exposing and you're adding on, okay, to whatever they went through, or in so many words, paraphrasing. That is an interesting defense. And it's actually a truthful defense if it was true. The problem, though, is when I was in Tennessee visiting with Don and Candace Wells, I remember Smiley, specifically Smiley, was one of the main culprits, running around with a rumor that Candace Wells had black eyes and broken noses. My subs, who remembers this? And so, to her own defense, to her own words, who apparently she calls a piece of crap, I mean, she's basically talking about herself, because you would be then victimizing Candace more if what was claimed to be true, which was not. It was all lies that you made up, which even goes further, because you are. What if Don was in an abusive state and you made this thing up? It was, well, regardless if it was true or false. What if Don just decided to beat the crap out of Candace that night because of the things that you made up on YouTube? Now, it was all debunked, people, but the ultimate contradictions of these child advocates on YouTube are serious. Now, if you know the rest of the history of Smiley, especially covering Summer Wells' case, and especially the things she has said to Don and Candace Wells, about Don and Candace Wells, about Don's family, about Candace's family, about their children. Yes, the missing girl, Summer Wells, but also their boys. You would probably have a set opinion about her. So just as we're keeping a tab of these contradictions, since I was brought into this, I'd like to roll you another clip.
I don't know. I don't judge people like that. I can only speak for myself.
Is that even serious, what you just said? Her entire channel is ridiculing grieving parents that have a missing child, that speak about unspoken things, horrendous, heinous things that she is claiming as fact that the father did to the missing girl, and just drags the family every single night until she found the Sebastian Rogers case for whatever little time she was doing it. Anybody in the community knows this. Is that even serious, what you just said? Is that even serious? It's like, and not only drags the parents, it's almost like anybody who became okay with the parents, befriended them, were just supportive to them, she was uber judgmental to, and would like try to crucify. It's just that's what her channel is.
I know. And I got a lot of flack because I was friends with Doug, which Doug's not on here anymore, and that's neither here nor there.
Well, isn't that interesting? Some people gave her a little bit of her own karma or her own behavior. People, look, the majority of this video done was a response that she did to A Balance, okay? To A Balance. Now, I'm not sure what the racist claims are that have been recently brought out also against Smiley that were said to Queen. Queen is a creator here in the community. I've been on her panel a few times. Apparently, I don't have the information, but Smiley has also sent some racist comments or something to her. I will go ahead and remind everybody now, I'll put it on the screen, that Smiley is quick to call somebody else racist. She's called me racist for far less. I've never had anybody be able to show any receipts on that. But this whole video is a complete contradiction of this creator. I don't know how I was brought into this. She just basically threw some shots at me, combined me with some things that she's going through with A Balance. But I did listen to this, and I'm just like, this lady's contradicting herself left and right. Okay. At the end of the day, you can't have a channel sit up here, right, and have an opinion about everything else, and search around and do all this research and just sit up there and tell your followers all your opinions on a case and this and that. When things come out again about you and people react and review it, you get all emotional and take it as an attack. You've been attacking these families for a long time, okay? What came out was not a domestic violence thing, okay? What came out was people, okay? It's pretty broad here on YouTube, okay? It's way more than my opinion. People feel that you have been exploiting Summer Wells for a long time, Smiley. And when the thing with the judge came out, where you wrote the judge and asked the judge to please have mercy on your abusive husband, and then you included a picture of Summer Wells and said that you're an advocate for Summer, that as well is a contradiction. Because no, you only bash her parents. You only, here you are writing the judge asking mercy because there's alleged physical violence, there's alleged physical abuse. And then you include this picture of Summer Wells and say that you're an advocate, when in all reality, if the judge had any idea of the verbal abuse that you did to them on a nightly. But on this video here that I've made with these few clips, you can get a lot of Smiley's contradictions. You can really see through it, okay? Some notable mentions that I don't have time to snag and put up for you guys is, one thing that also she said was, she doesn't make any money on Summer Wells and she makes less than any creator and this and that. I am willing to, I call that. I'm willing to, I challenge you, Smiley, to a reveal of what your AdSense is. You could do it live and show your audience exactly what you made for the last month, and I'll do the same. I don't think you'll do that because I've been asking creators in the true crime community to do that for years now. No one's took me up on the offer. Anytime, you don't have to come on my panel either, because you said that you'd rather die than come on my panel. That's fine. You can do it on your own panel. I'd like to see if you're truthful about that, or if it's just another contradiction. Of course it is. I've never had anybody take me up on that because they don't want to show what they make. I'm willing to. But people, this is pretty white and black, right in your face. I don't know why I was dragged into this, but as I'm viewing this for my own pleasure, I just heard a lot of contradictions. And this is a person who's really, really attacked Don and Candace Wells. You don't have to support Don and Candace Wells. Whatever your opinion is that. But if you've watched and paid attention to Summer Wells community, you know exactly what I'm saying. Okay. She says she's not judgmental in this. I don't know if I caught that clip or not. She says she's not judgmental in this. Okay. In the beginning clip, she's taking all types of shots directly at me. Okay. That's why I put full makeup on for her to teach her something. More contradictions. But everything she says is a contradiction. You know what I mean? Everything. So people, these are the child advocates in our community. We have to be very careful with child advocates. These are people giving you information on missing children cases. These are people talking about tough subjects as far as domestic violence and all types of stuff. Some people on this community, they're just worth looking into. That's it. That's it. I think she took it out on everybody. I don't know why she drugged me into the conversation, but that's why we're here, people. This real beef was between her and AB. But of course, with the digs and this and that. But again, according to Smiley, she's allowed to say all those things to me about me. But how dare I respond with my own video, using her own words to show how much contradictions she does? But wait for it. I guarantee you, I'll get called. I'm bashing her. I'm bashing her because she took these shots at me with a battle she had with another creator. Okay. And then she kept throwing me in this live. She says at one point that me, AB, and Tiffany caused her to lose subscribers. No, that's not true. That's not true. What's true is the information came out about what the letter that you wrote to the judge. And I think people thought that you were really in it. And when they saw that, a taste of reality hit them. I don't know. I can't speak for the people who unsubscribed. Okay. But you don't get to blame that on me. All right, guys, let me get this crap off my face. Smiley. This is Smiley and her contradictions. Please hit the like on the way out. If you can, become a member and keep it real. Be cautious. Be smart on these YouTube streets. And until the next one, special shout out to my makeup artist.